Hey guys, welcome back to Hugs and Honey. I am Mama. Good to see you today. It's Sunday and it's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Spring has sprung. Happy spring, everybody. It definitely feels like the weather got the memo because it's a beautiful spring day, and I hope you all are enjoying it wherever you are. So today I wanted to talk about something that's really important and not really talked about very often, but something that we really do need to think about in order to protect and preserve our energy and make sure that where our energy around us is as clean and pure as we can make it. A couple days ago, we talked about making sure that our inputs are, or just being careful about what we input and what we choose to listen to and watch and read and who we choose to interact with. So today is a conversation about 10 signs that it's time to move on from a friendship. Now, this can be really, really hard to do. Oftentimes, when we make friends, we feel like we're going to be friends for life. And it can be really hard to say, you know what, this friendship may not be the best thing for me, and I'm going to step away from it. And it can be hard to do that without hurt feelings or without regret or remorse, which means you wish you hadn't or you feel bad for doing so. So this is just to kind of help you understand that it's your choice to keep certain people in your life. Sometimes we don't really have a choice, right? Like people in our family, especially when we're young, we don't really have a choice. So we can sort of choose how often to interact with these people who we live with, and the quality of interaction we choose to have with them. But also with our friends, we have more choice, we have more flexibility and more freedom. And so it's really healthy for us to choose actively who do we want to be friends with, who do we want to stay friends with, and why. And so here are 10 signs that it might be time to move on to a different friendship. Okay, so the first sign is that the common ground is gone. So sometimes when whatever brought you together is gone, you don't have any reason to stay friends anymore. So you might have either gone to the same camp, or you were in the same class together or on the same team together. And now, maybe if you were friends through school and then you graduate, you might not be able to sustain a friendship when the common ground is gone. And that's okay. That is totally okay. You sometimes have friends for reasons in your life, for certain times in your life, and they're there for a reason, and then they sort of evolve out of your life, and that's also okay. The second sign that you might need to move on from a friendship is if it's a toxic friend, if it's someone who is just a bad friend all around, then it's time to move on. And you shouldn't have to wonder if it's the right choice, because if they're a toxic person in your life, it's the right choice to say goodbye to them, to choose other friendships. If they're holding you back is a third sign. If they're holding you back and keeping you from pursuing your goals, then it's time to move on, because your friends should really help elevate you in life, support you, and make you feel good about your choices and not hold you back. The fourth sign as to whether or not you should move on from a friendship is if you can't relate to each other anymore. If you've both grown, if you're on different pages, and you don't really you don't understand each other, you're in different places in life and you just don't understand where they're coming from, it's okay to sort of let the friendship go and sort of fizzle out as it would naturally. The fifth sign is that you can't trust them. So we don't really want to have anyone in our lives, guys, that we can't trust. So if they betrayed you and you can no longer trust them, then what's the point in staying friends, right? What are you getting out of the friendship? You don't need someone in your life that you can't trust, because that's super important. The sixth sign that you can move on, that it might be time to move on from a friendship, is that you've just drifted. You've just kind of drifted apart. Sometimes you just drift apart and you can't really pinpoint the reason why you drift apart. Don't worry about questioning it and deciding and trying to figure out why. Sometimes in life that just happens. So just let it happen naturally. And so this is just kind of times when we're just kind of letting things happen naturally and being okay with it. The seventh sign that it's time to move on from a friendship is if you don't respect them. That's just kind of like if you don't trust them, you probably don't respect them too. So this probably goes hand in hand with that one. Because if you don't respect them and the way they act or live their life, then it's hard to stay friends with them. You should respect and admire all of your friends. And if you don't, then it might be time to consider moving on from that friendship. The eighth reason or the eighth sign that it might be time to move on from a friendship is if they aren't who you thought they were. If you thought that they were someone, if you've gotten to see sort of their true colors after really getting to know them and you don't like what you see, it's okay to move on. You don't have to be committed to life to that friendship. Okay. The ninth reason is if they're too needy. You should be there for your friends for sure. You know, that's what friends are for, is to be there for each other. But if they're so needy that they're smothering you, it's okay to take a step back from the friendship. And maybe not forever. Maybe you just step back for a little bit so that they can get a little bit stronger on their own. And then you can come together and both have something to offer that's more equal energy. Because if they're too needy, they can kind of pull you down and hold you back. And so what's good and healthy for both of you is for you both to gain your own independent energy and both help and support each other along the way, sort of the rocky road of life as it can sometimes be. And the last sign that you might want to move on from a friendship is that the friend might be too controlling. If they're trying to run your entire life and control everything that you do, it's time to give that relationship some space and move on. You can make your own decisions in life. You don't need your friends to do it for you. So these are 10 sort of ways to analyze and look at your friendships. Make sure that your energy, that you're protecting your own energy. It might sound selfish, but it's actually the most important thing that you can do for yourself and the people around you is make sure that you are doing things for yourself and your friends are giving you what friends do, which is support and love and just great friendship. Which is something that we all deserve and all should have in our lives. And it can be one of the most challenging things in the world to say goodbye to a friend. Sometimes you need to do it like directly, outright, and just say, I'm sorry, we can't be friends anymore. And here are the reasons why. And I wish you all the best. So we always want to kind of end a friendship, whether we do it verbally, directly, or just kind of let it fade out. We always want to wish the best for the other person, that they can grow and develop and become awesome people, just like we want that for ourselves. And so it's always important. We never want to wish bad things on other people, even if they haven't been the nicest to us. We don't want to wish them badly, okay? Because it doesn't feel good in our bodies to hold on to that wish of uncomfortable kind of negative energy or dark, heavy energy. We want to let that go and almost like as a gift, wish them the best in the world and say goodbye. And that will be the best and healthiest for you and for your friends and for everyone around you. And you'll be such a great example, not only to yourself, but for everyone around you. And you will feel so good. It might be hard to kind of adjust from a friendship, especially if they were close friends. But these are sort of steps that we need to take. And we never know where life takes us, and those friendships might come back at another point in time. So we always want to end them on the best, most positive note, the least personal. We don't want to attack anyone or say you're awful or whatever. We just need to do it for ourselves in a way that's compassionate for us and our friends. So that's just something to think about today, guys. Today on this beautiful, bright, sunny Sunday, the first day of spring. And I hope that you all have a wonderful day. And just remember that I see you, I hear you, I'm here for you, and I love you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.